Alright, what's cracking, guys? I'm Palidore. Welcome to VR Master League Channel 1. Once again, we are back in it for some more OCE matches, and happy to bring it to you. Proud to bring it to you, in fact. Give me some props here, chat, because since our last match ended just half an hour ago, I went and made the quickest batch of egg drop soup known to humankind, or at least known to me. Usually I'm pretty slow with it. I take like an hour normally to make a batch. Did it in 30 minutes flat. Realized I got the old replays there. I will get rid of those actually shortly. Give me just a second. I'm gonna switch it up to the gameplay screen to help me do that. Okay, there we go. It'll be all fixed. Anyways, so that said, here I'll now go back to the regular old screen. For how long? Probably not too long actually, because these teams are about ready to go. Looks like. That said, welcome to it. Yeah, I got the prediction poll up. I think it's probably done by now, yeah? Looks like the case. Alright. Do I have a great sleep schedule? Yeah, totally. Look at this beauty. I'm gonna try and ooh, this is hot. Try to do this without spilling. Oh, that's very hot. You can't even see, can you? My green screen got in the way. It's not green, I assure you. It's more of a yellow tinge. Well, trust me, it looks better than it does on that transparent screen. Looks delicious. Beautiful flowing ribbons of egg. Anyway, so Dragon Slayers. Divinity here. Make sure I got them on the right sides. Looks like that's the case. Yes, yes, yes. Yes! Alright. So, let me see here. First, let me get back to the other screen. Just make sure my gameplay's still appearing. Okay, good stuff. We're fine. Alright. So, to the Twitch chat, got Turkey there. At once more. Saw Turkey earlier on, and same with Rowdy Artifact. A lot of the same crowd, so I'm not going to go through the whole, you know, how you doing thing again. But, yeah, how you doing? Rowdy saying, casting your other match? Yeah, so on that note, Rowdy, just by the by, we do have 3 matches in a row, so just keep in mind, it'll be one of those cases where, depending on how delayed we are, like we are kind of currently, I may not be there in time, so if both the teams agree to wait, then, as usual, that's cool. I can join in. If you guys got to start on the top of the hour, like on time, that's also cool. As long as I get an invite, I can join in progress. But I'm just gonna throw that out there now, while before I'm all stressed and panicked about the schedule. But yes, that would be, as far as I can tell, the last OCE match scheduled for the evening. So yeah, we're gonna get that one done. Actually, might be more. Hold on, let me see. Later on. Oh, nope. Yeah, that looks like it's it. So, 3 more matches here in Oceania. And after that, I'll be Oceanianing. Be 4 or 5 in the morning. That said, yeah, we got over on the orange side, Dragon Slayers, as we just waiting for the match to start up here. But in the Platinum Division, 7-5 record-wise, 1140 MMR. Have Dahaza, Vibeneg, Smichi, and Shero HL. Over on Divinity's side, 5-6 on the record. In the Silver Division, got Bob Jeffrey, Orion, General Laziness, and Tarina. And with a win here, they can even up their record at 6-6. So let's see what sticks. Stones. Plymouth also in the chat. Hello. 7-11. The word sneak is basically you can type in word, like a little word game basically with casters. Yeah, you type in a word or a short phrase or something, and casters will attempt, aka I, will attempt to work it in to the stream some way. So if there's certain words you want me to say, and they can be kind of crazy, weird, you know, random words, I don't know, it's just a little fun game. That's all it is. And I'm definitely, if you haven't watched too many casts, I'm definitely one for puns. So if I can pun it, I'm gonna gun it and rhyme it. Apparently, I'll try. Algebert asking when I'm going to move to Australia. soon, TM? I'm basically already halfway there. At least in spirit. In spirit. Good game earlier, by the way. Putting on the defensive clamps there. Always impressive to watch. Okay, so. Maybe I made a mistake over in the Discord chat. I said, ready anytime. Good luck, have fun. Maybe what I should have typed was, ready now. In fact, I'm gonna type that. Ready now. Also, good luck, have fun. There we go. Hopefully that gets the message across. So, oh, after this one, we also have another match in Leviathan versus Villains. We caught, obviously, well, Leviathan quite regularly. For Villains, we just caught the Villain team earlier in the night, slash day, I guess, for our OCE folks. Because that kind of came at the tail end of North America's matches for the night. It was quite a bit earlier. That said, round one is about to start. My egg drop soup is cooling down, and I'm heating up, and here we go. Meeting up in the middle. It's gonna be Bob Jeffrey with an immediate 3, the rebound, and 2 found from Tarina. Quick score. Not too bad. All right. I won't even have to adjust the time zones if I move to Australia. I know, right? See, that was the real secret to when I was competing and why we did well for ourselves at land. Because, while everyone else was jet-lagged from traveling over the ocean, I was right on schedule. Man, anyway, over into the hands of Vibenegg. Vibenegg there, backing it out just a bit. Vibenegg now. Uh-oh, playing keep away from Orion. Leaving him crying. But Smeechy down the blue zone, cut off nicely by General Laziness. That's going to be sent into the orange bubble, bouncing off the wall, and free for the taking. It's Bob Jeffrey there first. A jump, and finds the goal right in the pocket. Beautiful 1-2 punch from Bob Jeffrey. Mr. Aliosia. Yeah, that's correct. So we do have the break week for VRML. With our cycles over in the North American and European side. So yeah, the regular season has that 1 week break for basically 95% of the teams in the league. But then for the NA and EU, the top Diamond teams and the bottom couple Master teams compete in the Challenger Cups next weekend to either, for the Master teams trying to hang on to their spots in Master, and then for those Diamond contenders trying to earn their spots by doing well in that cup. But yeah, aside of the top Diamond teams, I think 8 of them, and then a couple Master teams, the rest of the league on break week, basically. So, be the end of the cycle 1, but we'll be back in another week and a couple days with the remainder of Season 4. As these seasoned players looking for a well-seasoned shot, a little bit off, but a rebound from Shero. Shero getting stunned out there by Bob. Bob trying to maybe do a dribble move, kind of losing the handles though to Smeechy. Smeechy down that blue line and into Tarina's awaiting arms. Now that's going to be cleared. Shotgunning down the floor, it's Vibenegg able to secure the disc first before the stuns come marching on. Meanwhile, Dahaza with a bouncer of a clear. And that will just sail east of the goal, or west, because directions. But never you mind, it's Vibenegg, and now the deflection, Tarina! Saving the day once again, right inside the goal. More defense at play here in OCE. And more steals coming in from Haza. Nice and easy down the line, and right back to his direction. That's into the tunnel. Just as well, bouncing high, bouncing low, and Shero, the recovery. Now Shero down the floor, Orion. Well, it's going to bounce around a few times. Vibenegg with the disc. Viben sending it a little bit wayward, but actually perfectly falls into the lap of Haza before that clear. The 2-3 in the goal make that 2-on-1 opportunity off the backboard. Ooh, and what happened there? Just dragging it in. I mean, I don't mean to laugh, but The reaction from Tarina there was a little bit funny, that's all. slapping around the teammates. That's a lashing. It's gonna happen to you, though. Yeah, it's gonna happen to everyone. And Kit with the match cast redemption there. When is the match gonna happen? Soon as I know, and I'll clear the schedule. I assume tomorrow, right? Unless something got scheduled like in the last 10 minutes when I wasn't looking. That said, good looking back pass there to Shero. Shero to the midfield. Bouncing around a few different ways. Bob Jeffrey with the disc, sending it down. Unfortunately, there will be a midfielder there. Actually having trouble on the handles. That could be a dangerous situation, and it looks like it just will. Orion right over the hill and into the goal, 6-2. Making up for that last play. See, I had that unfortunate self-goal earlier on, but like I said, it happens to literally everyone, every team at some point in their Echo careers, and oftentimes, multiple times. It'll happen to you. But it's how you bounce back, and they bounced back quite well. We played our 2 games this week. Oh, okay, gotcha. So this will be kind of an extended redemption. That said, no redemption, no surrender. Vibe Egg in 13 seconds gets the goal. Cutting into that lead again for Divinity. And Dragon Slayer's back within 2. Anyway, yeah, cool stuff. Be glad to cast you guys, and just in general, I'm getting back into the swing of the cast as the season kind of settles into its, well, mid-season form, right? Early season quite busy, keeping me on my toes, sometimes too much so. But getting more casts in as of late. In fact, I've done, well, by the end of this night, I think it'll be 12 casts, 13 casts, or something like that in the last 12 hours. I don't know, something of that sort. 10 hours, I think, actually. Getting close to that record. Unfortunately, there's not really any more games until EU and NA wake up. So my record, I think, is like 14 in a night. It was either 14 or 16. I just can't remember which, honestly. But regardless, it's over to Smichi. Smichi up top. It's a close game. Both these teams trading goal for goal for the most part. Rather low scoring, but definitely intense. Teams vying for control and position. That actually sneaks past that midfielder, hitching a ride, and actually goes right past them. So if they had stayed there, they might have gotten it. They still might just yet. Tarina having some good defense on one end, seeing if they can turn into offense on this end. A pass down below, bouncing off the boots. And bouncing to Egg. You don't want to bounce those. They crack easily. I know from experience, because I just made my egg drop soup right before this match. And it's waiting for me. It's looking me in the eye. But that said, let's see if they can eye down the pass and eye down one more. Beautiful 2-man game, and maybe a 3, in fact, as the third player takes it away. Orion is right on. Curious if Tarina's going to go slapping Orion again, but no, looks like not the case. So they make a 4-point advantage out of that. That was some lovely distribution, or distribution, if you will, just to get a little bit clever and or lazy with it. That said, great passing. The compliments there from the chat as well. Compliments from the chef. Passing's always a thing of beauty, and that was always it's on a personal level, my game, my pride and joy. The passing game is something so fun to behold when it's done well, and Divinity certainly doing it well in that occasion. Dragon Slayers, though, taking place in the goal, and a good dive out here from Dahaza. Dahaza gets that clear. If they can link up with Smichi, they should be in a decent position. In fact, the double stack coming in, just overshooting. That was a goal. It could have brought them back within 2 points, and unfortunately, they lose the handles on it, so it will be another series of chaotic swings in one direction. Not to be confused by the band, but banding together on these stacks, seeing if they can get to it first. Tarina, the clear. Now that bounces really close to a make. A rebound right above that bow tie. Dressed up all nicely and reset quite nicely. See if they have those cutting plays again. Trying to mark down that goal, and it will fall for 10 points, that is. Orion. And Orion is right on the money for a lot of these points. That's, I believe, 2 or 3 in a row. Let's see. Orion, yeah, 6 points. Doing some work. I feel like I said that very, like, with a really cowboy accent. Doing some work here in OCE. Might be from a desert, but I'm not from the Wild Wild West. Don't get me wrong, but now into the west side of the goal. And this story coming to maybe a close soon. It's 10-6. We've got a minute left, but that is a 2-goal minimum of advantage that Divinity has. So Dragon Slayers, they're going to have to fly much like dragons do, and they're going to have to come out with some fire and ice. Let's see what they do. So 45 seconds. That disc being mishandled a bit off the joust, but they'll still re-grab it and be just fine. They know that they have the advantage here in terms of both points and clock. So the more clock wasted, the more clock expent, well, the closer and closer that they will inch their way towards that victory soon. And in fact, that whole joust, that whole stall, looks like it probably just did it. Just precious seconds off the clock. So yeah, first round is gonna go over to the orange squad. Dragon Slayers trying to get that done. Maybe one more play, unable to do so. So Bob Jeffrey with one more clear out the way. And round one is Finn. Wild Kid, bless you. I didn't sneeze. Oh, for casting. No, not a problem. You know, it's a mutual kind of thing, right? I mean, of course, appreciate the appreciation, but it's always a mutual thing. Of all the things I do in VRML, like in front and behind the scenes, the casting is honestly the fun part. That the casting's the reward. It's everything else that's not too fun sometimes. But yeah, feelings mutual. It's like thank you for thanking me for casting, but thank you for having me on to cast. You know what I mean? Two-way street. I'm really proud of this egg drop soup, and I really wish I could show you, but it's green screened. It looks like junk. I swear, it looks fantastic though. It's so delicate. So delicate. And I made it in 30 minutes. I just want to show off, that's all. I can cook. Even though it is a simple meal. But anyways, you know who is cooking? Well, Divinity. They've got that lead, and they got the first round advantage. Not by much, granted, but just enough. And that's what counts after all. What time is it for me? 3:22 in the morning. But you know, I'm a night owl again. Honestly, this right around now is my usual bedtime approximately. I've got like a 3-hour window of bedtime that's been pretty solid like the last month. Doesn't mean it's gonna stay that way. It usually doesn't. But for the last month or so, I've been pretty solidly going to sleep between 3 and 5 a.m. or so. So yeah, don't worry. I mean, I make up for it because I wake up late also. Don't worry. But anyway, Algebert in there cheering on Divinity. Dragon Slayers, love you all, but going for the underdog here. And hey, that's a caster's mentality. So Algebert for a caster win. Yeah, that's the thing. I like the sportsmanship and the support across different teams. But at the end of the day, that's pretty much the caster's mentality. It's we're, you know, I've definitely got players and teams that I enjoy watching, but at the same time, I'm still neutral at the end of the day, right? So give me some good highlights, entertaining matches, and you've accomplished everything that I could want basically out of a match. But yeah, underdog story is always fun to watch for sure. Build up the drama. Algebert saying I've casted before, not well, but I've done it. Hey, everyone has to start somewhere. I mean, I don't consider myself a pro or anything either, but I started with Echo, and that's how I learned basically. Casted pubs quite a bit, like non-stop a couple years back to learn, because my philosophy is we know how pubs can get. They're fun and all, but they're not organized most of the time, right? They're scrambly and like an egg. But anyways, my philosophy is if you can cast a pub and cast enough to not leave dead air or anything like that, if you can cast a pub, you can cast anything, right? Like master level matches in any of the regions. Those are honestly, they're easy to cast, right? Because the players are so well oiled, right, and so organized. I mean, they don't throw a lot of unexpected things at you, right? You know there's going to be structure to the way they play. But if you can cast Chaos, now that is a good way to improve quickly. Believe me. All right, looks like round 2 is about to begin now, so off we go. Also, good question. Yeah, there was 5 votes for Dragon Slayer. See, this is why you vote for the underdog sometimes in those prediction polls, even if it's only a small little bit. I mean, all it takes is one of those opportunities where you're the only one, and suddenly, boom, jackpot. That said, suddenly, boom, stun, and suddenly, boom, save, Sharo. Oh my goodness, the Scarecrow inside the goal, and off again it goes into the bubble. Smeechy is going to be bothered by general laziness, and that's off into the distance in the trap. Now Orion with the disc, working it up, working it back actually I should say. Tarina has the defense not far behind, crossing it over just at the top of the reach. Bob Jeffrey diving down the extra pass, the finish, absolutely not. Rejection from Sharo once again. Beautiful defense. Now can they translate this to offense? Let's see. Pointing out, directing traffic is Sharo. It's going to be a outnumbered situation. Doesn't matter. Wow, Smeechy, the finish on 4 players. Big hits, and 2 points on the board. That was fantastic. No idea how they actually got that to work. There was so much clutter. And yet, it's what it is. Fantastic, though. Fantastic defense turning into offense. That is highlight for days. Now in a daze, well I'm out of breath now. Getting dizzy here, but that said, do not miss the disc. It's Haza trying to bounce it over. Oh my goodness, that was almost dangerous, and it still might be yet. No, a ding off that ding ring back into the wedge. Up high to Bob Jeffrey. Bob Jeffrey down on the backboard, and maybe a rebound, then down the hatch. One more pass, but snatched by Plymouth. Plymouth rock solid on the barrier defense. And yet, though, another attempt from the back to the front. Another ding. And you know why? You know why that they've dinged it a couple times? This person. Right there. Right there. Because you see, when a goalie is able to save a couple times in a row, and that is going to make the offense think. The next time they drive, they are thinking, well, crap. That shot is a little bit off there, but they're going to be thinking, we can't throw it in the middle of the goal. We have to paint the corners. We have to throw in some jukes. We have to put in something fancy in order to get it past that defender. That's what a great defense will do. They will make the offense think, and that's why that they missed here on the last couple of shots with those dings. Now that said, it's back to the midfield. Plymouth rocks. Taking it in the tunnel, a big pileup actually. It's several players converging upon each other before splitting off. Only 2 points, 3 minutes into the second round. That's going to be into the deep end again. Plymouth is there, looking like they'll have the recovery. The defense is kind of right on the approach, and wow, what a grab from Bob. So Bob Jeffrey, Bob Jeffrey, the duck as well. Putting on the fancy footwork, but let's see if they can make the shots work. Instead, the defense playing like clockwork. They have been doing fantastically for the Dragon Slayers. Tarina trying to duck below, but meeting with a punch as Smeechy getting smushed by Bob Jeffrey. Now that's going to be a bouncer that reaches general laziness. So for them, I think for both teams really, when it gets in these modes where it's low scoring, neither team able to find their foothold, trying to slow it down, find their passes, what a move, juking it through, so maybe never mind. Forget the slowdown, they're speeding up. Bob Jeffrey heating up for the 2-2 tie. That was impressive pass work right through some pretty staunch defense. Hand it to them. Fun game so far. I'm enjoying this one. Which is to say, I'm enjoying pretty much all these games tonight, but yeah, this one is going well this round. Like I said, never mistake low scoring for low action or low excitement, because really is not the case here. A lot of stories to be told in Echo, and that's the beauty of it. Simple in concept, indefinitely complex in execution. No game is ever quite the same. no matter how many hundreds or thousands of casts you go. Shero with a disc here, a brief handoff and throwing it down to Tarina. 1 and 2, punching it out. Seen it from Shero, we've seen it from Tarina. They are doing some serious work. Let's see. Oh, once again, that defense, a great dive from General Laziness. Ever so active, counter to the name. Counting their blessings that a score wasn't had, but Smeechy gets it right back. Another soft play right below the reach, kind of between the wickets, between the legs maybe of Plymouth. So Plymouth getting the disc still back again, and right into the midst of Tarina. That takes a bounce off that barrier and into the midfield. Now latching on for their stacks. Who gets there first could have themselves an open goal. Bob Jeffrey, knowing that, trying to get a grab, and a beautiful job to Leech. Bob Jeffrey, all the way, you Leech, I teach! And a 1-on-2, but a 2 in the goal. And a 2-point lead for Blue. Punda there is saying Leviathan versus Villains starting now. Wow. Well, I guess apparently no third cast coming after this one, but that said, you send me an invite, I can still join in progress, but regardless, yeah, no problem at all. Now back into the round, we got 4 minutes to go, and up into Plymouth, and Plymouth drops it hot right down the middle. Tarina looking a little bit frustrated by that one, but you know, gotta definitely hold the head high because there's been some staunch defense, like I said, between both teams, really. A lot of unlikely saves, you would think, if not for the fact that these goalies are known to be as good as they are, as the Twitch chat pointing out. But yeah, I mean, again, like, obviously you guys gotta start that game, not a problem. Happy to cast it from the beginning or in progress, depending on how this one goes. You know, if it ends in 2, I'll be there just a couple minutes late. But up to you guys, not a problem at all. We also have another match that I took right after that. Invictus Reserves versus... I forgot the name, but it made me laugh. Fua Friends. Down into the blue end. It's going to be grabbed here by Bob. Bob with a Dusty and Plymouth feeling a little bit bad about that. And, well, can't blame him. Those Dusties are just the dirtiest move. Villainous, even. Bob Jeffrey slinging it over to Tarina. Just evading Plymouth, and a good back out. I like that. Despite the defense playing pretty high pressure, wasn't panicked at all, and as a result, they've got themselves that essential 1-on-1 goal. Bob Jeffrey does it again. Credit to General Laziness and Tarina, though, in that backfield. They were able to really work around those passes nicely and calmly. They had some poise to their game. That's the marks of a team that's on the rise. Cineo VR in there asking when is Villain, I assume, playing. That will be on this channel next, right after this match ends. So do stay tuned. Although if D-Foot is in the area, and yeah, is trying to kind of eyeball the chat, but yeah, have a potential backup casting there if necessary, but it sounds like they're willing to wait. So one way or the other, we're going to have that streamed on some channel or the other. Don't you worry. See a bouncer off the cloud. That's going to go right into maybe a perfect setup, actually. Just beyond the reach of Smeechy. That's a tough miss on the grab. But, see Alios in there saying Divinity doing great. Yeah, they are playing very nicely. Both these teams, really. I mean, I can't complain. This shot, that shot is off, but this game has been pretty competitive across these rounds. Now Dragon Slayers, Plymouth rocks with a pass up. Soft on the touch, and Haza just has to slingshot it out of there thanks to the nearby defense. General Laziness able to get a clear as well, bouncing that, and it gets right through middle. Always a tough thing. Sometimes those mid-clears get stuck in the geometry, but not in this case. A spin, and will it be in? No! A bounce off the barrier. And Smeechy obtains. But Jeffrey takes it back, and Shero again. Wow, wow. Defensive shield you are. Start calling Shero Reinhardt. Because absolutely showing the defensive hearts, and it's a work of art when it gets going like that. Tarina off that backboard, but it's not going to be had. General Laziness, another pass up to the barrier, and Shero again! Another save, and it goes on infinitely in this round. Absolutely insane. And really staving off every single push here on what could be just a ice of a shot from Divinity. The thing is, they need to cause a turnover now. They need to get it clear, and they need to boost themselves over to that opposite end right about now. 14 seconds to make a third round possible, but taken back there, and the shot! It's Cheryl, another one, but only 6 seconds left, so they need to stack, and they need to stack fast. Could it be? They've got some time, but not a lot of it. No! Oh, no! It's a game, set, match. Oh, it's within reach, and I am in pain. Oh, but a win, a win, a win. Oh, my stomach hurts. Oh, I wanted that so bad, too, for the sake of the round 3, but man, what a clutch up series of plays from Dragon Slayers. They just couldn't get it in the end. Oh man, an extra half second is all we needed. Oh, what a match though. That was exciting for sure. So to the score screen from Ignite VR.gg, and that was a GG. Okay. I like actually got a tear in my eye because I was crunching in my seat. Adrenaline. All right. Good match. I can't stay long and talk though because we do have Leviathan and Villains next. So I'm going to go away now. I'll leave the scoreboard up for you guys to look at. And I'm going to get into the next server for our next match. So do stay tuned, but great games. Fantastic showing from both these teams. All right, what's up, everybody? We are back in this match, next match, I should say, and it is your reigning, defending two-time champions, not Dr. Disrespect and no disrespect, but it is indeed Leviathan ready to maybe collect a win, but to do that first, they're going to have to get past the Villain squad, who we've seen just a few hours ago, well, more than a few hours ago, and they played impressively, so it bears the mention. Now, obviously, this is going to be a tough match anytime you're against the defending champions, but Villain, who I saw earlier in the night, I was very impressed by them, getting a look at what they were doing. I mean, they had some really solid team play between the cutting, the precision passing all around that bubble, close proximity. They were putting in some good work, good moves. You can tell that they've been putting in that off-season work, and as so many of these teams have across the months, right? Just you can see that chemistry really evolving and the meta continuing to evolve with it. But that said, we're getting ready to start. Make sure I ping the teams in the right channel, because sometimes I get silly with that. Yep, I did that, so we're good, I think. Sorry. Okay, reading some messages. All right, we're good. So anyways, back into the game. Ollie there, Pally with a fresh trim. Not, no. I mean, I got a haircut for like the LAN event. Right now, I think what you're seeing is just hair swept back. That's all. See, look, I can still produce the old flop, as some people call it. That said, I may get a haircut soon. I've been considering cutting my own hair actually again. Used to do that for like a one or 2 years straight. I actually did used to give myself my own haircuts, like fade and all. It turned out pretty good, I'd like to think. It took like 3 hours though to do like a proper taper. very difficult. So I for a while I figured it's much better to just go to the barber. Much more time efficient. But I don't know. You know, stuck in the house again, and his hair makes me sweaty. Anyway, this match about to start here rather soon. There we go, the 5th player leaving out. So on the blue side of the floor, Leviathan, Real Zeros, Jimbarine, Soggy Bunning, Snags, and Punda. Over on Villain, it's Rabble, Odin, Whitebread, and Akaika Hagashi once again on the stream tonight. Beefoot saying, "We love the flop. My parents used to call it a mop." That was a pretty good rhyme you just dropped. But let's stop and go into the first round. All right. The more people stopping by the chat. Again, welcome to EU, by the way. I know Ollie is there, one of our other casters here, great casters in VRML, in the EU region in particular. And, well, good morning, I suppose. It's that time of day, and that type of play is going to get them started for Rabble once more. This is what I was saying, man. They had some slick moves earlier on when I casted them over at, what was it, 10:30 my time, 10:30 p.m. Right now it's 3:41 a.m. So, hey, I'm warm in the casting booth. These guys are clearly warm in the arena. Good start, suffice to say. I mean, hey, going off now to Rabble. That's a turnover cause. Let's see. Boys in blue collecting it though. There's Jimbarine with a take back. Jimbarine actually getting stunned. No, take that back. It was Odin getting stunned. So sending that out of there. A pass to Soggy, opting for that. But look, the cutoff from Rabble in the back line. Otherwise denying what was a seemingly open lane pass to that midfielder in the tunnel. But a good steal coming in. Punda. Now Punda obviously one of the hottest hands in the wild West? West. And that is the best of results for Jimbarine. 2-2. Vinio stopping by as well. See, I'm a man of my word. I brought you Leviathan and Villain, just like I said. Glad you're joining us again, and hopefully this match will be, well, for the next 8.5 minutes, this round will be just as fun as the first 1.5 has been. Halgebird also calling out Villain being a cracked team, so good at playing on ping. They have the strats. And absolutely, I mean, as I always say, I can't not give credit or the benefit of the doubt to, the upper dog. You know what I mean. But at the same time, based on what I saw earlier tonight, I don't doubt it. They really did impress me with some of the defense and offense they were putting on earlier in the day on their cast. So I was definitely looking forward to this match as well, and I know so was the crowd. It was hype voted pretty well on the match page of VRML.com. So that said, Real Zeros with the disc and lining up that shot. Oh, a narrow miss by a hair. Punda the recovery. Punda always a hot striker, but a willing passer. Getting it one more time. Oh, behind the back. That was ludicrous. Real Zeros able to get that one in. Rabble nearly a save, and I know that's going to hurt just the same, but man, was that still a highlight and a half. Denied the save. I mean, again, I'll give a credit for the save, but oh boy, that was almost Harlem Globetrotters type of a play there. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Lovely. Get me out of my seat and probably waking up the neighbors at that. Soggy Bunning Snags with a deep fling. Bouncing off the back. Real Zeros fading away and digging again. That's the second time there and shaking the hand, trying to shake off a little bit of that. I'm not sure if you call it coldness, but I mean, it was a tough shot to make. But either way, trying to get warmed up into the shot. We know Real Zeros is a player who can definitely pop off on any given night with a ton of well, basically anything you want. Offense, defense, whatever the case. An active-handed player. Now, Jim Barine, I will say, going back to that one save, that Chicago, that would have been... Had that not gone in, too, that would have been even a more ridiculous play. That'd be like, you know, #1 on the top 10 type of sheet. That said, into the goal, Jim Barine. That was a nifty move, little up and under with a disc there. Looking like a butterfly. This game so far, mighty fly. And yeah, so to answer the questions in the chat there, on the next game there, where we have Invictus Reserves versus Fua Friends. Hope I'm saying that right. Either way, brings me joy just to say it. That will come directly after this match. So as always, the teams, if I do happen to be a little bit late because of this match, teams can wait or they can start, and I'll just join in progress as long as they invite me. And instead, inviting themselves into a goal. Oh, look at that! It happens on one end, it'll happen on the other. A save there by Jim. But it's still gonna be in. Now, getting a look at it too, I'm not sure if it was a case also, or maybe the save was the hands were too close to the goal. Could have been that as well. I'm not quite sure. But either way, you see, sometimes it hurts you, sometimes it helps you. I like to think in the end it tends to equalize itself, but you know, up and down it goes sometimes. But yeah, so. Next cast, it's gonna come, but first it's the next goal from Real Zeros, and now starting to turn it on, saying, hey, I missed my couple of long-range shots earlier on. That's okay, what am I gonna do to get myself in a good rhythm? I'm gonna bring it into close range, 2 meters deep, make it all the more likely. Now Odin from the nest, content with just waiting until Zeros came on to now bother each other. So this is going to be kind of a 3-on-3 in the front line while everyone else gets on that disc. The disc getting dislodged a few times. White bread, the self-pass. Unintended perhaps, but still the desired results. Punda taking that disc over, and that sidearm fling really had to shoot that in an unusual manner. That nearly went in as well. Definitely a crafty player in his own right. And a crafty mod. Crafty couple of mods between Higashi and Punda. But that said, up top, that's a cloud shot. Is it going to drop is the question. Oh, that was so near a make, and that would have been beautiful. A tough angle, and flexing on him. Soggy bunning, why not? Soggy swimming over there. Soggy pointing. Soggy winning. They're 10-4 for Leviathan. But still, 342, not that far behind. Villain, they are still putting on a lot of good showing here. Grammar aside, my grammar is less of a good showing at the moment, but it's late, forgive me. But putting on a good show. Higashi driving up, supplying the pass. Like I said, man, that is perfect. Precision, like a surgeon. They are swimming like a sturgeon. I'm a fan. First night of casting Villain this season, between these two matches, I am an instant fan. Gotta say. Leviathan, of course, always fan. always a fan of them. They've provided, honestly, some of my, across any region, my most exciting, I think, cast that I've had across VRML, especially come championship time and finals. But that said, Punda finding a shot there before the defense could recover. So that's an unfortunate giveaway, because on top of it, that was a 3-pointer. Just realizing there, 8 meters out. So a tough goal to concede for Villain. And, oh yeah, ooh, dubstep, so, oh no! Someone called the Kool-Aid Man, that's not cool at all, however, taken back by Punda getting stunned. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Orion in the Twitch chat, I concur there with Koala. Good games earlier, yeah. Fun stuff, the games tonight have been really, really fun to watch, impressive as well. Anyway, White Bread and Rabble here, having it stolen. Soggy Bunning Snags being mighty active, as usually is the case. Very energetic player, very disruptive player, in a good way. That said, the passing play, you saw the intention, but the execution not the same. Still, though, they're going to maintain control of the disc, and a soft tap on over to Punda. Punda eyeing it down. That's a deep fling, and that might squeeze by. Ah, cracking my voice and cracked on the goal. It's Jimboree. Like I said, it's been a long, long night. Believe me, I'm far from being a teenager, but my voice tends to crack when I cast this long. Anyway, I thought that was on. Punda has provided, I think, between the players in OC, Real Zeros, Punda, Camjam, those are three of the players that come to mind when I think of just nutty, absolutely ridiculous angles and shots that they can take and make. They play well. 15-6 and starting to pull away. Definitely 1 minute left and another hit. There you go. The Punda Express has came and into the scene and planting that goal for the 18th point. They're up triple. So it was a really close game, a close round that is to start off. Villain was really competing kind of head-to-head with them. But Leviathan, as I said, still going to be a tough matchup anytime you're going against a team of their caliber as well. Villain is a team trying to establish themselves at that caliber. But a lot of good takeaways and a lot of good highlight plays as Rabble gets stunned. So 20 more seconds left, and I'm definitely about to hydrate after this one is over. Because, man, teams are making me sweat tonight. You bet. Real Zeros. Nice and easy does it for the Dipsy-Doo. 2 and 20 on the score sheet as well. A mammoth-sized, a Leviathan-sized effort on the offense here tonight. So, round 1 in the books. I'll send you to the stat screen courtesy Ignite, and if you'll give me like 30 seconds of silence, I definitely need to take a drink and maybe even a sip of this delectable egg drop soup. But that was a hot round and hot starts. Round 2. I think could still go either way, as long as Villain gets off to a good start. You know, a couple early goals. We could be looking at an exciting one still yet. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I am muted. What I was saying was that egg drop soup that I was rushing to make before the stream, I put in too much pepper. So, unfortunate. I took my first sip now, and I think I'm less hydrated than I was 30 seconds ago. That hurts. Round 2 is about to start. Let's go. That's okay. I'm not opposed to spice. It's just usually I don't like the spice right when I'm casting. But never mind my pain, because they're going to make up for it with a great game here. Oh yeah, that was a very poor way for me to hydrate, but maybe that play. Whoa, the shot. Oh, the shot. Punda does it again off the first joust in round 2. Dangerous is that man. I mean, otherwise the soup is delicious, okay? It's just, it's spicy. More so than I intended. That's what I get for rushing the cooking process. You can't rush art, folks. Take it from me. Odin here is going to take that disc and send it back to white bread. I could use some bread right now, to be honest. But anyways, taking it is Jimboree. Jimboree down that midfield, snagged by Soggy Bunnings. Soggy up top, hitting Punda on the near that station in the cloud, right in between. Now bouncing it over, or actually just sending it over to Real Zeros. That extra pass, a lot of heat. Much like the soup coming off of that pass, tough to catch. But nonetheless, these long-range flings, I mean, they're definitely making Villain work on the defense and cycle around trying to accommodate. Real Zeros, though, momentarily uncontested, so this might open things up. And there it is, 2 backboard players and 1 good goal. And again, some physicality there being shown by Soggy on the celebrations. Koala Kid saying, don't know what egg drop soup. Egg drop soup. I know we have some Japanese players over here, and some more coming in the next match. Well, it's both an Asian food. There's a Chinese version and Japanese version of it. I think the Chinese version is a bit more watery in comparison. Than Japanese version is a little more thick. But the point is, I'm getting going on a tangent. Point is, it's delicious. It's very simple food to make, very cost efficient. But yeah, just fun fact. Write it for the encyclopedias. It is my comfort food of choice, and my go-to for these late night snacks. So good. But yeah, so a timeout being had here. Real Zeros maybe directing some traffic, doing some coaching, perhaps. And yeah, not a bad time to take the timeout, honestly. Looks like maybe even a player resetting. Kanai, okay, so Kanai getting into the game now. So maybe not just a tactical timeout for some re-strategizing, but also just for some switching up. Cyanide asking, did I make the... First of all, I'm surprised you're still up. I mean, I shouldn't be, but... Hello, Cyanide. I was half surprised you're still awake. I made the American version. I make the American version of what they think the Chinese version is, because American egg drop soup, like in a Chinese buffet, for instance, is it's very, very thick, even though it's not supposed to be. But that's just how it is in the Americanized version of egg drop soup. But I like it. It's honestly almost like a gravy at sometimes. That's how thick I make it. That's right. My egg drop soup is thick, just like me. Gonna leave it at that. Kidding. It's late. 5 points on the board. What's up, Goldridge? Also good to see some gold in the match and the stream. Just forget everything I said the last 20 seconds and in a hot second. Man, Punda is just on another level. That is... Look, right out of the timeout is a thing. Right when you think that maybe they were finally iced down just a little bit. No, 9-second goal from Punda. Ridiculous. Hey, Lufu. Another or more folks from the NA side. So we had Cyanide, we had Lufu, and... Again, I always assume Ryruff is somewhere, even if he's not talking. Just Ryruff has also been a constant. It do be 4 AM, but these matches do be exciting, and that shot as well, lighting it up, is Kanai. And yes, you can. Yes, they did. It's 3 points on the board. 13 seconds. That is 2 quick scores off the timeouts. Jaden in the chat also. D-Foot saying, well, I'm being called out. Am I? Well, I am a commentator, so I'm the one doing the call-outs here, you know what I mean? Honda, with a pass down, almost cut off nicely by the defense on Villain. White Bread with a take, so they actually will cause a turnover and handing it off to Odin. And that's another thing I was mentioning in the stream earlier when I was casting Villain, in that I was impressed with their team play and their willingness to really be patient with it when they can afford to be and when they need it to be. And I know I said this as well about, 1 second, maybe an open shot here about to be had. Let's see, Jimboree lining it up, but a little astray and taken away. I was saying that about Astria as well earlier on, right? I'm kind of impressed by these teams who have not necessarily been playing together like as a full four for multiple seasons, and yet, teams like Astria, teams like Villain, they are really looking so good on the chemistry. Just very, very in tune with each other and very smooth, well-oiled machine type situation there. But of course, we know Leviathan. They're well-oiled. You don't win a couple of championships in a row without being a machine. Whatever. And I know the rosters have switched here and there between the last few seasons, but I mean, on the whole, these are still a lineup of players who have all played with each other in junctures, even across different teams sometimes. But, there's no mistaking the skill level we're dealing with. I'm just impressed more so, again, by these teams who have come along seemingly, in my shoes, out of nowhere, and are looking like they've been, multi-season veterans, playing together and just putting in the kind of a team play that you expect to see from a team like Leviathan, quite frankly. But we're seeing it now from teams like Astria, or teams like Villain. So it's really nice. It's really nice. Lufu, we don't talk about that. 4 a.m. Anyway, Soggy Budding snags to the midfield. Never again. Anyways, over into Punda's arms. Punda, who's been just a beast. Oh, come on, Zeros. Don't do that to him. You can't take away another 3. Punda slapping real Zeros. I don't blame him. Painful. You don't do that. Oh, boy. All right, well, regardless, 12-3 on the score sheet. And Villain here trying to play some catch-up. They still have a lot of time to do so. Not having their way on the offensive end of things. And on this joust as well, a little bit disarrayed. And into Soggy Budding's arms, but the midfielder should have that. It's Odin. Odin with a separation there. Able to just get that distance between himself and the defender. Odin now positioning on that anchor. Good drive up the floor. They have that triangle up, left, center, and back. So turning into a rectangle, but unfortunately that gets wrecked a little bit as it will be sent into the trap. 2 players there for blue and a few more for orange, all contesting in that same general vicinity. But meanwhile, the catch from Soggy Bunnings. Soggy on that floor. Soggy up to the cutting Zeros. Zeros trying to eye a pass somewhere. A lot of congestion, and that causes a turnover. Nice closure of those elevator doors from the Villain squad, but Jimboree overtakes. Jimboree sends it below. Real Zeros finding maybe a handoff play. Oh, fancy, fancy, Real Zeros. Soggy Bunnings just completing it. Had the most pleasant job of all, just taking it away. At first I thought maybe, oh, hold on. My replay's not working. What's going on there? Oh, 1 second. I'm going to put you in sideline mode, because that's not supposed to happen.
Interception. Orange throws it way down.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, my tablet's completely frozen. That's never a good thing, but nonetheless, we're going to work with what we've got. So, back into the round here. It's going to be Kanai. Oh, boy. Even my tablet is falling asleep, apparently, at this time of night. What am I supposed to do with this? Well, I'm going to hope that fixes itself somehow, or else we're going to be stuck here for a very long time. I guess we'll have a 24-hour stream. That shot careening off the pole. And 14-3. Only 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here. So into the blue zone. This could be a chance. Rebel has the rebound. No! Snagged out of there by Punda at the last possible second. And the seconds winding down this clock and this round potentially. Now Kanai with a deep pass. Could it be a chance for Rabble? Some jukes. Oh, the delivery was gorgeous. And I really wish I could hit that replay button right about now. That was special. And I love those plays. Oh, news. Good news. Tablet unfrozen, I think. All right, we might have replays again. That was so good, though. I love those. Again, I know they're not complicated plays. They're not complex. Those, cross cutter into a pass, into a goal, but fundamental. That's all. Fundamental and just so aesthetic, just like the shot. Soggy painting the corner. Like it says day job. It's a 3-point lob. Right above the reach. 17 points.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Ooh, boy. Lufu, hot tub, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, into Whitebread's arms. Whitebread over to Odin. Seeing if they can get on the board a couple more times here. The game a little bit out of reach maybe for a comeback, but they can still certainly put on some points. If nothing else, I give them just caster's points in terms of Villain has impressed me immensely. And again, not to take away from Leviathan, because it goes without saying, they impress me pretty much every night out. But I like what I've seen from Villain. I want to cast some more of them later into the season, into the second cycle, because I think they're a team that is definitely on the rise here. As we will see another kind of dive out save, but eventually turn back over to Jimboree, who works it up the floor. Crafty duck and some more dives from that defense and switching off, rotating nicely. An extra pass, why not? And a break, and Good shots. Real zeros starting to feel the stees. 19 points. And look, replays work again, indeed. Cool. Well, currently it is 4:04. Pally not found. Next game coming up real soon after this one, so do stay tuned. And tier 3 sub for Palidore hot. No! I mean, yes, absolutely. One of these days. That said, that 3-point fling just a bit off, and the game will come to a close. 2 wins to Leviathan, but Villain, they'll go 1-on-1 on the day. And again, it's the team to watch out for sure. Hydrate before I dihydrate. Thank you. I will. This time with, I guess, my water or something. And not the soup. But the soup is so good. Boy, oh boy. All right. Well, to the score screen, courtesy IgniteVR.gg. Tell you to stay tuned. It's 4 a.m. Well, I won't make you, but you can if you want. Yeah, and as far as me streaming other games, you know, maybe. I mean, I don't know if there is actual interest, but you know, I'm an Echo guy. I love casting Echo, and kind of what I live for day to day. Barely have time for other games now anymore. Horrible to say, I know. Anyway, that was a good match. It looks like these guys are going to play a third exhibition round, but meanwhile, I do have the next match coming along between Fua Friends and Invictus Reserve. So I do have an invite. I'm trying to get into that right now. So I'm going to send you to a brief intermission there. Lufu, you can come and go as you please, but if you stay, I might get in the hot tub after this one, eh? All right, intermission. I'll be right back. Never again, Goldridge. Never again.
I think I might just
But, not mine, but we do have the next match in the third of 3 matches in a row here, about to begin, and I'm happy. I'm glad. It's been a busy day, but again, sleep is for the weak. Sleep is for the dead, or at least sleep is for the break week. Coming up soon. So we're gonna be good. I'm going to be good. These matches, again, they've been good. A lot of good stories to take away. Some pretty nice highlights that I hope to see some of them, you know, in the Twitch clips or the VRML clips channel. I mean, there's some stuff that's definitely compilation worthy, you know. Anyway, yeah, excited for this match. All these matches. This one is going to be in silver. And also, just so I don't false advertise, Lufu, you know, they don't actually have a hot tub. The best I can do is like go librarian and put on these glasses for you. They're really dirty. Anyways, into the first round, we're gonna go. Here we are, and welcome to it once more. Over on the orange squad, we've got Fua friends. It's a fun name to say. Jamzo, Fumiya, Tokaj, I hope I'm saying that right, and Asi. Not Ozzy, but Asi Biki. I just know I'm butchering these, and again, I apologize to my friends in Japan. You are my friends, don't get my poor American accent wrong. That said, there's nothing wrong with that shot. What a way to start. That's a jam, and that's a Jamzo from a long goal. 3 points. How about it? Sorry, Lufu, I'm very sorry. Cyanide saying, I agree to hot tub stream next LAN. You know, it's doable. We can work with that, maybe. Maybe. I know you asked me the other day. I don't think I actually asked you back. Hopefully you're going to be at that LAN, right? I can only imagine, assume you can attend. Would love to see Mr. Cyanide again. Definitely had a lot of good combos with Cyanide there. A lot of fun times, especially those first couple days when it was still really low key before everyone showed up. I like that silliness. You know, getting to act like getting to be a big old kid again. Fun times. I miss y'all. Anyways, into the midfield, making this catch. It's gonna be Asibiki. And that's a quick 3. Wow, it almost dinged in. That was an unusual bounce, but will be taken back by Rowdy Artifacts, going in from the Twitch chat into the stream, and right down gently and merrily at that. That's 5 points for Fua. Definitely going early like last time. Yeah, same here. Yeah, a hot tip to anyone who wants to show up or who will show up to one of the future local events, the LAN events for Echo. I think not a lot of people realize it until it was too late. But yeah, you wanna, if the games are taking course across, you know, Saturday, Sunday type of thing, you wanna show up like Wednesday or Thursday. Honestly, you wanna because you know schedules get all busy and teams are always playing it all across the day in those initial hours. So you wanna be there and have like 1 or 2 chill days where it's not quite as crazy. This match definitely getting crazy so far. 5 points for the Friends. Invictus Reserves trying to play a little bit of catch-up, but possession time seemingly favoring the Fua Friends here for the most part at the just beginning junctures. So again, take that for what it's worth, which is to say sometimes it takes a few minutes to get warmed up for either team. Now, of course, we've seen these players earlier on in the day. I mean, over on Invictus Reserves and have had them streamed as well. And now, Just Jinx was just killing it, I should say. I got to shout that out because Jinx, we've seen some fantastic defense, I want to point out here from OCE tonight. Between the likes of Jinx and your Halgeberts and your, not Scarecrow, not Scarjo. Refresh my memory, it's still late here. You know who I'm meaning. Nonetheless, Tokaj. I hope that's right. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Tokaje, I want to say. Japan with a disc, and now Rowdy Artifact into the midfield. Cheryl, there you go. Shame on me, I'm sorry. But yes, a lot of fantastic goalkeeping. And that's really a constant from OCE and EU. Both those regions, I feel like, relative to North America, not to slam North Americans, because there's some tremendous defenders in NA as well. But I feel like in terms of that rise is a score here for Fumiya. Great shot for 7 points. I feel like EU and OCE, for whatever reasons, like they learned goalkeeping faster, if that makes sense, right? Like NA has plenty of elite goalkeepers, especially nowadays, but just in terms of the amount of time it took North America to get elite goalkeepers compared to the amount of time it took OCE and EU to get elite goalkeepers, honestly, it's a stark contrast, especially when you consider proportionally, North America is the largest region, by a decent amount, and yet, again, proportionally, you've got some tremendous goalkeepers who are on this like rocket ship rise, it seems like, when it in terms of defending. So I don't know what it is in the water, but keep drinking it, I guess. Now, take back here. Another chance for the Fua Friends. Fua. Up into Tokaj. I gotta, let's see. Kaika here, Higashi, Tokage. Ah, thank you. I am so happy you're here to correct me because you know, I like getting the names as right as possible, but I can only do so much. You know, forgive me because I'll still Americanize it no matter what. But Tokage. All right, making a play now for Raude. Raudede. Trying to make a play there, but beyond the reach. Kronos, another one that's going to be ambitious, though, because a goal is going to be saved by Tokage. Now, Just Jinx in that back line, holding strong here. Not on the scoreboard yet, but that can change in a blink, and I expect that it will. All you need is one, as I always say. But they really are being stifled quite a bit by the friends thus far. Just Jinx from up high is going to take away that disc and try and send it bouncing and through that tunnel. We're going to get there. And appreciate your appreciation, Higashi. Like I said, I feel bad when I don't get it wrong. It's not even just for Japan, but even across all our regions, there's some names. And then we have some teams also with Latin origins, and I can never figure out whether I should pronounce it in Spanish style, because I did take Spanish class when I was in school, even though I remember nothing from it. It's always a question of how deep into the pronunciations do I go before it gets a little bit weird. But regardless, into the side panel here, the Pac-Man area. An impressive effort so far, really holding Invictus reserves into, well, a very reserved scoring output. Not something you expect necessarily, but I mean, these teams putting on the heat, and this is another reason why I'm streaming here tonight. A lot of OCE. This is, I think, the 6th or 7th match maybe I've casted just for OCE as well. I mean, I love being able to track the progress of these teams and players who I have not been able to see a lot of. And again, I included Villain in that mix too, because Villain was killing. Right now, Fua is killing, and it's Fumiya with the goal. And I know, butchered that one as well. Oh, boy, boy, boy. What an impressive showing here from the Fua friends. 10 times overtime VRML game. I don't think that's ever happened, to my knowledge. I'm pretty sure the record, as far as I know, is 5 overtimes, unless you guys know something that I don't. I think there were 2 VRML matches that went to 5 overtimes. One of them was in an NA. It was a Space Force versus Chaos way back in Season 1, March 2020? 19? 20? There was another 5 overtime match here in OCE just like a month ago, I think, or maybe a couple months ago. Can't remember the teams, however. I think it was Pineapples, perhaps, and somebody else. So if anyone knows that stat, let me know. That said, oh, quick on the approach there, like a shotgun out of the stacks. Rowdy Artifact trying to collect that disc and get their first points. They might have it. The opportunity is there, but more wise on the back pass, recognizing that it would have been a 2-on-4 inside the goal. So trying to find a better angle to attack from. Rowdy Artifact, oh, that was great. And tricky as well. I think surprising the goalie there with that shot attempt, and frankly surprising me. It looked like he was just going to go for an anchor, kind of anchored down and maybe eyeing a pass to his player on the cross, you see, but then the last second redirected into a goal, so really making the most out of that opportunity. Great work. And see, again, more people coming in to support the streams there. Clean Mike, what's up? As well as Shiro. Glad to have you guys here. Welcome to the streams tonight. We've had a lot of games, especially here in OCE. Now, up on this drive, the defense, Spoiled Kitten trying to play spoiler. Passes, though, connecting wonderfully, and how about that? 11 points now on the board, off of some stellar pass work, threading those needles over and over again. And Gaki Dash, what's up, what's up? Another face, familiar face. How's the stash? Or the dash? And Terran Q. We're tearing it up. Oh, speaking of the great goalies, and great players in general, welcome to the stream as well. So I assume that is Tarina there. Again, a lot of these players are just making their names known to me today, and fun to watch, fun to see. Jamzo causing a traffic jam, though, and it's back into the bow, where it's taken by Rowdy, the rowdy one. Rowdy Artifact. Seeing if they can hype up and maybe throw some down. Kronos with a rebound. Kronos with a delivery there. Nicely placed, and even nicer. It's Just Jinx the 3 to perhaps close off this round. Not on a win, but still on a good note.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Oh, clean mic been lurking? Cool, cool. Yeah, not a problem. I mean, honestly, I don't watch a ton of streams, like, in general, like, outside of Echo, and I'm usually a lurker as well, so I understand, never a problem. But glad to have you guys nonetheless. Yeah, keeping me company, keeping each other company, and more importantly than anything, supporting these teams. That's what it's all about. Don't know if Lufu is still with us, but if you are, still got the glasses on for you. Whatever that was. But anyways, I know I want to show the egg drop soup to whoever it was who was asking earlier, but I just can't. The green screen is taking it out. It's not even green, it's yellow. You can kind of see it, but it does not look appetizing whatsoever on the stream. I'm sorry. And I really want to eat it because now it's kind of... It's nearly lukewarm. But it's great. It has some spring onions in it, some mushrooms, and there is much room for mushrooms when it comes to Pally. Another fun fact. One of my favorite things in terms of just general foods, general food items, mushrooms. Crazy about them. Anyway. Glitter in the bowl. Yeah, not the case. I don't know. If there was a way to turn off my green screen without messing things up, I would. But I'm too tired for that. Okay, to the next round, guys. Why did I eat that? It's still peppery. I mean, anyway. Okay, off into the second round. I need a drink again. Tasty, but man. All right, here we go. Round 2 underway. First joust there by the Fua friends. And the friends taking control. Maybe a backboard play nearly, but grazing past the goal. Another take back Rowdy. That was kind of a strange interaction, but I know the regional differences will cause those now and again. That'll bounce a few different ways. Unfortunately, not there. And let's see. It's Kronos. Can they get it off in time? Well, yes, but it won't make its mark. Just Jinx the rebound, however, trying to make their mark and, well, sending it back. And why not? The foot redeeming the hydrate so I don't dehydrate. And thank you. I will do that even again. Just a hot second here after the next goal. That could come soon as Kronos is there for the recovery as well as Just Jinx. Just Jinx finding the nest pass. No one covering, trying to paint the corners. But unfortunately, that paint has spilled and back out into the midfield. Jamzo down the blue line. Now back into the outer edge of the bubble. This could be an opportunity. The thing is, we're still scoreless, and I mean, for either team here, this first score is going to be important, even more so for Invictus Reserves, because they did struggle to score there until the end of that first round. So on one hand, this is a good thing so far that Fua have not been able to score to the same intensity and to the same efficiency yet, but they need to capitalize on it. You know, take advantage of the fact that they have not been able to score for Fua, and for Invictus, you know, get your stacks linked up together fast as you can and find yourself the advantage based off that, because you know some quick goals will definitely turn this game around in your favor as we see those shifts of momentum. Now taken here at the bottom of the floor, Jamzo, and Kronos actually able to slap that out into the mid lane. Now there's some stacks coming in, but it's from the orange squad, so blue trying to catch up. Some shields and some mid-air brawls will still unfold. Meanwhile, that disc going back and forward. Indecisive. Seeing if they can get that goal now again. Kronos here. This is their opportunity. They may have it, but no. It's Jamzo. The save out on the diving play. So doing very well for themselves, and maybe an open goal in this, and no, overshooting as well. So unfortunate. Both teams now missing a couple opportunities. Map is dead. Oh, that's not good. Some CPR there, and there we go. Thank you for the call out on that. The map, for some reason, dies sometimes in between rounds. Don't know why. That shot just missing, though, a little to the left. Some stuns and Rowdy Artifact rebounds. So hey, we are still scoreless now, stalemated. Down the floor again, and maybe down the hatch in a second. Those stacks have been really timely for the friends, and able to really disrupt and interrupt a lot of these possessions that the reserves might otherwise have. I'm trying to press on this advantage if they can get it, but a stun once more. I mean, they are just staunch. Really hard to break that defensive line, it seems like, and those dives have been timely as well. So Tokage here with the disc. That is off into the top trap. Taken back by Jamzo. 4 minutes expired. And maybe the first points! Oh, acquired Ralph of Rowdy's Dome! What a way to start off the second round score. I mean, hey, it took the scenic route, which is to say Rowdy, he seen it, and he saw it go in. That one's gonna hurt. I concur with D-Foot. Call a medic. Add one for the map, and now have one for the Rowdy one. So just Jinx on the clear. This might be again another opportunity, but trying to catch up to the disc on that wedge. Kronos sending it over, waywards, nobody really home. A Rowdy Artifact playing catch up with it, catches the disc, also catches the fist there as it's taken by Jamzo. Now taken here, actually past the midfielder, so an open goal about to be had, it looks like. Overshoot though. They'll still recover, and Tokage now backing it out to Jamzo. Now Jamzo in distress, but now no stress because a rebound, an interception off the Geo though, getting lost, and now being found. Seeing if they can carry that into a walk-in, and indeed. Goal from Asi Biki. Squeaky clean. Just Jinx on the launch out here, finding Rowdy Artifact. Rowdy has a couple pass options. The long one, maybe not the one they wanted though, but that said, a stun, and a stun again. Those long passes are always risky, right? Because you don't have that clearance, that airspace to get it through in time. I mean, you're definitely going to be in danger of the dives. It's very tempting for a defender to want to dive those long passes, so definitely got to be careful with it. Invictus down by only 4 points. Which is to say, that is something that they could make up still. 4 minutes left. Some passing plays. Man, oh man, what a thing of beauty. Again, that was some perfect cycling of that disc. Passing and finding the high percentage goal. Not to mention the great placement. Impressive from the Fua friends. Really efficient. Koala Kid's saying as much as well. They're playing well. They've showed up tonight, and as I said, a team that I've not been able to stream, and yet continuing to impress. On that note, all of these groups of players that I'm getting my first look at here today, and in this season, that is the same. So looking strong thus far, but 6 points is still not that much of an advantage at the grand scheme of things. So can change their luck around here with a rebound, but getting stunned again. I mean, you see. There's not a lot of opportunity, it seems like, or at least not a lot of time for Invictus reserves to do much with that disc oftentimes. They're just being pounced on and kind of trampled over by that stampede of players on the Fua friends, who are really quick to get those stacks and those regrabs in together. Now Kronos searching for that opportunity. They do have a goal open on the other side of the floor, but struggling to get their wrangle on it, unfortunately. So handling the disc, Fumiya, and back into the defense, unfortunately for Invictus reserves. And the thing is, with this amount of time left, it's not going to be conducive to that comeback, and they really need to start pushing aggressively, but also be calculated about that. And it's almost a catch-22, right? Asking them to act faster and yet execute clean at the same time. It's a tough thing to do, especially against some intense pressure that they are feeling here from the orange side of things. Now, turnover caused. Spoiled Kitten able to find the clear. Need those stacks desperately, and they will get in a few regrabs there. They should be there first. A brief overshoot, but they'll still collect. It's Just Jinx and Just Dance, and that was their chance. Off the board, backboard, rebound to Rowdy, up at the cloud. Surrounding these players intently, but let's see if they can find that goal, and it lands. Yes, sir, it's Just Jinx VR. They're within 4 points. They are not going down, not without a fight.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
So 1 minute, 23 seconds, minimum of 2 goals required here. I know it came late, but goal shots, that might be what they needed to get them going. Look, turnover here, that's what I mean. We are a shot away from a dramatic momentum shift at the moment. Now getting into that bubble, the stacks there arriving, Kronos, but just the same, squeaking by somehow that stack from Friends. Take back by Rowdy Artifact. The pressure is certainly on. They're down 4. They've got 1 right below the goal. They got 1 on the bow. Oh, mishandling it though. That might cost them potentially this round. Let's see, turnover. And that's going to be sent into the midfield. Right through the midfielder at that. That might spell doom in this round. We shall see. Down the floor, zipping along and trying to gun it. And maybe run it. Oh, pinging off the pole. Ding ring. The enemy of many a players in Echo Arena. Rowdy Artifact with a final heave, but the time is just about out, unfortunately, so will be the game and the match. Going to the Fua Friends, and they have definitely showed up in an impressive fashion here. For Invictus Reserves, hold on, oh wow. You stop it now, you stop it. That was a hot shot. Hot as the sauce in my soup, and that indeed is a 3 to cap it all off. A big victory in their stream debut in terms of VRML, at least, for the Fua Friends. Impressive, very, very much so. So, as I said, you can tell these teams, they are putting in the work. They've been putting in the work over the season because that coordination is not something that happens instantly or overnight. Well done. Fun game, fun round, fun match, and fun night of streams. Whew. And yeah. Now that I'm probably done talking for the most part, I can sip the soup. You know, fun facts. More fun facts, not really that fun. Quick Twitch poll. How many cups of soup do you think Palidore makes in a single batch? How many cups? You might be surprised by the number. Alright, so. Yeah, that was the round. I mean, again, impressive. Look at that. Everyone on the scoreboard for the Fua Friends. 7 points, leading for Asibiki there. Fumiya. I'm sorry. 6 points, 1 assist, 1 save, 2 steals. Tokage Japan with the 2 points, 3 assists, 2 saves, 2 steals. And then Jamzo with 3, 2, and 2 in points, assists, and saves. Oh, and 2 steals. I can't discredit that. Full stat sheet for a lot of those players. For the Invictus side of things, it was Just Jinx 5 points, and as Cyanide pointed out, playing out a goal, and with some success, you know, got those 5 points and a couple of saves, so still in and out. Nice stats there. Kronos putting in a couple of assists to help out Jinx in that regard, and a save, 37 stuns. He had Rowdy Artifact, who was definitely a riot inside that goal with 4 saves, 3 steals, 36 stuns, so very, very active hands. There for Riot. And Spoiled Kitten, similarly there. 1 save, 3 steals, 14 stuns, throwing some arms and throwing some harms as well. Chat there. Let's see, how many cups does Pally make? 10? 7? 20? Not 25. 12. So, usually 12 to 14 cups. See, my strategy is I make a big old pot of soup, and then usually it serves as like 2 or 3 meals over the next 12-hour period. I just keep it like on the heating element. Not the heating element, but like there's like a special place for it. You know what I mean. 1 second here. Let me see. Before I go, let me attempt to remove the green screen so I can show my non-glittery, beautiful, delectable, wonderful treat. There we go. Observe. Wait, no! Why didn't it work? I unchroma keyed the wrong thing. Never mind, the glitter is still there. Wait for it. Not necessarily what I intended, but we're gonna roll with it. It's worth it. Now that looks horrible. This has been a very messy end of the stream, not what I intended at all. No hot tubs. No Lufu. I'm blinded by the light. It is the weekend after all. I like that one. That was a good one to end the stream on. Alright, that said... Oh, man. That's green, not yellow. Shaking my head. No, the soup is supposed to be yellow, but it looks like it's being green screened out, and it's really depressing. I can't show off my soup! Been fun, guys. If there were more matches to cast, I would. The green screen's very green, thank you. Pixel soup. Look, I guess this is a sign from the heavens saying, hey, gotta listen to the Twitch chat. Palidore, I don't know who said it, but Palidore cooking stream sometime, sure. Or cooking TikTok, one or the other. I'm telling you, it's good stuff. I stand by it. It is cheap, you can make large amounts of it. It's delicious. Only a few ingredients. Oh. Anyways, this is getting off track, but you know, last match of the night, so it tends to happen that way. I'm going to do one last check on the schedule, just in case, but last I saw there were no more OCE games tonight. There were some EU or NA games in like a few hours, but that's probably beyond me at that point. Yeah, 6 a.m., so like 1.5 hours away. Glitch Reality Ninetales, NA! NA match at 6 a.m.? What? Okay, sure. And actually, let's see, Peanut Butter Cat and Fua Friends are playing again, but that's also at 6 a.m. my time, so... You know, barring some miracles and... someone spiking my egg drop with a Red Bull or something, I'm probably done for the night. But it's been fun. So, thanks everyone for joining. Oh, channel points, of course, channel points, gotcha. If there's anything I missed in the busy chats above, let me know. I'm gonna try and scroll, but you know, I usually miss stuff regardless. That weekend pun's going right on my TikTok. I won't lie, I'm a fan of that one. I don't try to toot my own horn the puns sometimes, but every once in a while it's like, dang, I gotta go clip it. I'm bad with social media if you guys haven't noticed. I don't chat anywhere. I'm barely... I lurk. Remember how I talked to you, Clean Mike, about lurking? I'm on Reddit. Like, if I'm not streaming, I'm probably looking at Reddit. And yet I never post. TikTok, kind of the same thing. Not even on... well, I am on Twitter, but I'm really not. Facebook, Instagram. Basically, I was born in the wrong generation. Everyone around me, around my age... good with socials. Palidore, awful at socials. Not really conducive to being a so-called caster, right? I should be better with that. One of these days. Yes, I am well, I'm a neckbeard, but I'm a Reddit guy. Yeah. Last 10 years or so. Thanks, D-Foot. I'm gonna get some sleep. No problem, Koala Kid. Thanks for visiting. You guys are legends. Like I said, it's always mutual. I appreciate the appreciation, and I appreciate you back for it with extra redundancy on top. I've been Palidore. This has been VR Master League Channel 1. This has been OCE. Been a lot of fun. That's it. Be happy, healthy, safe. Be good to each other. And I'm going to see you guys in a hot tub real soon. Giggity.
And we're underway.
Season 4 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX. Asterion Products, VRware, Rebuff Reality, VR Cover, and ProTube VR. Also brought to you by Egg Drop Soup. It's hot, it's spicy, it tastes great. Egg Drop Soup. Good night.